Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 6.
There's concern tonight as long-term care facilities are receiving new guidelines again. The guidance is shutting down indoor visitations. With winter on the way, Valley News Team's Courtney Lockie talked with families who say they're unsure if and when they'll get to see their loved ones.
Andrea Kent and her husband are making the trek back to Bemidji with tears in their eyes after visiting a loved one at Lutheran Memorial Long-Term Care in Mayville.
It's really hard because we would have been over a lot more often. It does put a barrier, and even though we're masked and doing all the protocols.
Kent says this will most likely be the last time she sees her mother-in-law. And after nearly a year of FaceTime calls and patio visits, saying goodbye wasn't easy.
When somebody's ready and somebody has faith that the last time that they won't see us will be with these on, so we'll see her.
Many families are wondering when they'll be reunited with their loved ones. Visitation guidelines for long-term care facilities are changing yet again across North Dakota.
I mean, this is a never-ending thing.
According to the new guidance, if a facility has a positive case, they have to shut down indoor visitation, and outdoor visits aren't always an option.
As we are today, we're outside. This isn't going to work in January.
Larson says he fears the shutdowns will create isolation for many living in these facilities, something many have been battling since the start of the pandemic.
We're going to see the effect of that in our residents and in our family. We've already started seeing it.
In Mayville, North Dakota, Courtney Lockie, Valley News Live.
For more information on the new long-term care facility guidelines, download the Valley News Live app. You can find this story on our homepage. Minnesota reported one of the largest one-day tallies of new coronavirus cases as 2,268 people tested positive. The number of new cases is the second highest reported during the pandemic, just below the 2,297 cases reported on October 16th. The 7-day average positivity rate was 6.53%. North Dakota is reporting 936 new COVID cases, along with 8 new deaths. The total active case count is 6,310. The daily positivity rate is at 12.64%. It's feeling more like winter than fall this weekend with some chilly temperatures. Summer Shellbog is here to let you know if we can expect a warm up anytime soon. Summer?
Yeah, Katie, I was just thinking about that earlier. It really feels more like November or even the first part of December, when in actuality, we're still in October. We're seeing some clouds out there on our Grand Forks home of economy Skycam. Started out today with a little bit of sunshine, but clouds have been filtering in throughout the day. We're quiet in our region for today, but take a look down to our south and west. A winter weather advisory remains in effect for the blue shaded counties and a winter storm warning for the red shaded counties throughout portions of central South Dakota. You can see those clouds filtering in on our region, maybe just a couple flurries from time to time, but we are missing the bulk of the snow, at least this time around. I think we had our fair share last week. Taking a quick look at the tropics, Hurricane Epsilon still sitting off the east coast, moving 615 miles northeast of Bermuda right now, northeast at 22 miles per hour, and breaking Tropical Depression 28. I'll give some more information on this, as well as when we could finally see that warm up coming up in just a few minutes. Katie.
All right, thank you so much, Summer. A Bismarck man is dead after a shooting last night. The Burleigh County Sheriff's Office responded to the 5800 block of Burnt Creek Loop for a shooting around 8:45 last night. 47-year-old Robert Becker died on multiple gunshot wounds. Deputies arrested 28-year-old Diego Ashton of Bismarck. He's being held at the Burleigh Morton Detention Center awaiting formal charges. The Moorhead Police Department partnered with the DEA for another national drug take-back event today. Officials collected unwanted or expired prescription medications. Police say this takes prescriptions out of your home that may be misused or abused. Rates of prescription drug abuse in the U.S. are alarmingly high, as are the number of accidental poisonings and overdoses due to these drugs. If you missed out on the event, you can drop off medications at the Law Enforcement Center 24 hours a day. Just over a week before Election Day, President Donald Trump and former Vice President Joe Biden are on a busy weekend campaign schedule, targeting states that are key to winning the White House. The pandemic is a prime topic for both candidates. Michael George has the latest.
President Trump voted at a library in West Palm Beach, Florida, not far from his Mar-a-Lago estate, then headed to the battleground state of North Carolina. At a rally in the town of Lumberton, the president said coronavirus cases are surging because of increased testing.
That's all I hear about now. That's all I hear. Turn on television. COVID, 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 COVID. By the way, on November 4th, you won't hear about it anymore. COVID! COVID, please don't go and vote.
The president also holds rallies in Ohio and Wisconsin today.
I'll shut down the virus, not the economy.
At the first of two drive-in rallies in Pennsylvania, Democratic challenger Joe Biden continued to slam the president's handling of the pandemic.
What I told him at the debate, we're not learning how to live with it. You're asking us to learn how to die with it.
And after a Philadelphia rally this week, former President Barack Obama campaigned in Miami for his two-term VP.
He also sat down with 60 Minutes. He was asked, what's your priority in your second term? What did Trump say? He got mad and walked out of the interview. He thought the questions were too tough.
Like many early voters across the nation, people stood in long lines in New York City.
They probably could have opened a couple more early voting areas, but I get it. And this is day one.
Our vote is our voice, so we need to make sure that everything that we want to see the country be, we at least put our vote forward.
So far, 53 million Americans have cast early ballots, shattering records. Michael George, CBS News, New York.
When he voted this morning, President Trump said his experience was perfect, adding that it was a very secure vote. The Senate held a rare Saturday session to debate confirming Judge Amy Coney Barrett to the Supreme Court. Democrats oppose President Trump's nominee and worked today to delay her confirmation. Senate Minority Leader Charles Schumer called Barrett's confirmation the least legitimate process in the country's history, as he urged the Senate to focus instead on coronavirus relief legislation. But Republicans say they've taken as much time on Barrett's nomination as the average for Supreme Court confirmation.
This is all about politics. This is a bogus issue to detract the Senate from the work at hand, which is to confirm a well-qualified judge to the Supreme Court, who had a well-qualified recommendation from the American Bar Association, which the Democrat leader in the past has said is the gold standard when it comes to processing and considering judicial nominations.
Barrett is expected to be confirmed to the Supreme Court on Monday. Later on Valley News Live at 6, a possible COVID-19 treatment is no longer an option.
And it's been a very chilly day. These are a look at our low temperatures from this morning, but coming up, I'll let you know when we could finally see a warm-up.